right, everybody.
All right, everybody.
Here we are.
Count it down.
1.
1.
What's up, everybody?
Yeah. All right.
Welcome. Let's check in and see who we have with us tonight.
Oh, my goodness.
Hey, take a moment and share this video, please.
Bobby's here. Steven's here. Gina is here. Joey Harris is here. Wolfie Meyer is here.
All right.
Adam Shields is here. Keith Mosenberger is here. Mossberger is here. Dave Rosa. Terry Hay. Terry Hay.
Nailed it.
Adam Shields is here. Lee Rademacher. What do you say?
Let's take a moment to share this video, please,
Lee Rademacher's
if
here.
you can. Share this across your social medias.
Yeah, Zach
would.
is here.
That would be amazing.
All right, Zach.
Sarah Barron is here.
We're going to go with the pink belly on the dinosaur.
What's up,
All
Zach?
right.
Amanda's here. What up, Lee? Adam.
Sarah Barron is here.
Terry. We got a good crew.
Look
tonight.
at this.
Hey, Steve,
Amanda.
wanted to take this moment to go ahead and check in and see how your mug is doing. I'd really love to see where your mug is doing. Looks like you still got a zombie head and everything. So back to you, Steve.
Got this one. All right, folks. It's seriously time to chill about the mugs, all right? You've been OCDing about the mugs. All right, great. Yes, I do look better with blue. Thank you, Ryan.
Sorry, it was a little heavy on the yellow. Going for that really saturated look.
Oh, Mike Guthrie has joined us. Cool.
Hey.
All right, Mike, we'll be going to the brown eyes on the snake. All right, we got all kinds of fun stuff in the wikes.
Steve, while you talk for a minute, I'm going to load in
Peter
some
is here.
graphics from the insiders
Okay.
to share.
Yep. Nancy
'Cause every
Dublin is
week
here.
You can share photos with us.
Yeah. All right. Peter shared some photos with us last week. Looking forward to this. This is so cool. All right. Tell us.
Let's see here.
We're here from all over the world, different parts of the world. Hello, Henry. How are you, man?
All right.
Super cool. I'd like for all of you to tell me, yes or no, have you started doing virtual shows? Yes or no? Just go ahead and put it in the comments. Just yes or no. I'll know what it means.
He'll know what yes and
Virtual
no
shows means yes, I am, and no would mean no, I'm
Don't
not
worry,
doing
friends.
virtual
He
shows.
can read between the lines.
Yes.
It's okay. He'll know. Sorry, that was kind of funny.
All right. We have a couple yeses right up front. Boom. All right, Mike Guthrie. Yep, we're gonna do some incredible snakes.
That's right. They're doing some chroma key.
Yeah, it's funny because we've got a lot of chroma key going on right now. That's why one of the reasons that I'm asking about. Yeah, Adam, we have a Biden puppet update coming up soon. Amanda not doing virtual. Steven is. Wolfie's not. Lee Rademacher is not.
Okay.
Terry, no. Sarah, yes. Dave Rosa, yes. And I know Mike Guthrie's yes. And I know that Zach Winthy is yes. Am I saying your name correctly, Zach? Winthy?
Or
is
the
it
E
Winth?
silent? We don't know these
Winth
kind of things.
Or Winthy? Is it Oprah Winth or Oprah Winthy? All right.
Henry said yes as well.
Good.
So a question, a follow-up question would be,
Yes, right.
are you interested in any sort of workshops or resources on how to get started doing some live stream stuff? So everything from I want to set up a basic, customized input into Zoom, Skype, whatever, all the way to I'm going to design my own stinger graphics and have a multicam shot. Would anyone be interested in a workshop of super affordable, how to start out live streaming tips and tricks and tutorials? Let us know if you'd be interested in that, because Steve and I and some friends have been talking about it a little bit.
Putting together some cool.
So if there's some desire
tutorials,
to dive into some basics, because there's
Chuck.
a lot of great stuff out there, but the truth is you can do so much with very little financial investment, either for free,
Yep.
using a webcam you already have built in and some free online tools, or a very affordable webcam. And of course, you can go sky's the limit cost-wise, but
Yep.
a lot of great affordable options to break into the world of all this
Who
stuff.
would like affordable versus sky's the limit?
More of a sky's the limit.
I'm going to do something. I'm going to break the rules here, Ryan. I'm going to do something I don't normally do. I'm going to move the microphone out of the way. I'm going to grab the camera.
No, don't.
I'm going to bring it.
Nope.
Bring it. Yes. Just like that.
So step 1 of the class is don't do what Steve's doing right now.
Yikes. I can't.
Yoinks.
I felt the resistance. All right.
Oh, cool. Graham Rogers said, I've been working on my studio all day long.
Nice.
Well, and the truth is, there's
sweet.
a lot of amazing resources online, but a lot of times they can go very in depth. And sometimes you just want to know, how do I get some graphics overlaid? How do I import video into a Zoom call?
True.
I'm not looking to have multi-cameras, or maybe I am. And so we've, just as people that have been doing this for a little while, we've figured out some tips and tricks that have helped us, and we are interested in sharing it with y'all. So,
And speaking of sharing, have you guys shared this yet?
oh, good point, Steve. Nice segue.
Have I shared it yet? Is the question.
Well, let me hit you with this B shot right there. Bam. When I'm sick of looking at your hat, I just hit it with this angle. But then I'm like, nah, I like more yellow in the shot. Then I hit you with this one.
Oh,
but then
look
I'm
at
like,
that.
white balance. What? And I hit you with this one.
Oh my gosh! But you can correct that.
But I'm not going to. You'll have to come to the master class.
That's right.
I'm gonna fix your white balance and lay it on the air.
That's a cartoon sound effect. It's like when somebody's getting ready to run, they go, I'm gonna.
Oh, like cartoons from like the 40s, right? Like when you were a kid.
50s. Dude, come on, man. Those are the best.
Don't come on, man, me.
Come on, man.
Oh,
We'll be
goodness
doing that later.
gracious. Yes, Chuck, you are right. Ostrich is kicking.
Mm-hmm.
A mug and a can. Stephen Hicks, the thing we learned from the B shot. Let's go back to
Wait a
that
minute.
B
You're
shot.
supposed to be seeing that. That's a B shot.
Those are some Steve's glasses right there. Steve, put those glasses on for the cam one shot. Bam.
Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. But I'll tell you what, you will discover tonight what these little glasses were used for.
We may have some new dinky stuff coming your way
Oh, it's a dinky.
to share.
It's a dinky thing. Huh?
Well, to be fair, they were small glasses. Hey,
That's true.
'tis true, Steve. I got, let's see here. Before we get into some of the insider content, I got a couple things to bounce your way, Stefan. Got a question for you.
Don't wake up the tiki. Don't wake
Is
up.
that what you guys do? Question for you from
Yep.
Perry Graham. He said, hey, can I buy puppet cases from Axtell? And then I was going to answer him, but instead I figured I'm going to ask Steve.
Oh, that was wise because
Because I don't know.
that would have been your answer.
Per
I don't
se.
know.
Hey, Steve, can you buy puppet cases?
So we have a couple of options for puppet cases. We don't sell puppet cases, number one.
Okay.
Number two, we have a recommendation for a cool case. You can just get these trunks, these black trunks that have the gold trim on them from like Walmart or Kmart. And they're so cool. They're called trunks. They're Foot Locker trunks.
Okay.
And I like to put carpeting on the inside instead of foam because carpeting is a little more forgiving. It doesn't break apart, but it doesn't break down. But anyway, I make a soft lining on the inside, and those make really cool carry cases. They're lightweight. They're big, but they're lightweight, and you can put like 3 or 4 puppets in there. Another idea is Rowdy on Axtell Entertainers.
Who's now in Montana, I believe.
Yep.
He moved to Montana.
Moved to Montana.
Important fact.
He is considering Rowdy Wright. So look for him on Axtell Entertainers. You have to join the group. You got to anybody here. You just tell me you
You're
saw
an
this.
insider. Come on.
You got to be part of Axtell Entertainers. It's a different group. It's not Axtell Expressions like this.
That's a page. We're talking groups here.
So, but you have to be approved. So Ryan will approve you as soon as you say, I was part of Axtell Expressions insiders.
And I'll say,
We'll
debatable.
See about that. Yeah, debatable. So he'll run you through the ringer. Once he vets you, I give approval, which is thumbs up. And then Ryan allows you into the group. It's a 3-part process. It's really quite amazing. A couple questions to answer, that's all. Anyway, the point is that Rowdy Wright is making cases, and he wants to make cases for you, the customer that uses, the performers that use Axtell puppets. So he's asking questions about how big should they be? Should there be dividers in the middle of the cases so that one puppet's here, one puppet's there, and they have a little divider in the between? It's entirely up to you. He's wanting to build. He's asking those questions, and I told him, hey, ask those questions on the group forum so that people can answer those that are going to be using them. Because I might give an answer that I think is right, but may not be practical because I'm not out there doing shows day in and day out. That's like true. You folks did a year ago. No, and will be doing for years forward.
Hey, we learn something new every day. And by every day, I mean every Thursday. All right, Steve, did you share this before we move on?
I'm going to share it right now.
Okay.
All right. Share it to a group. Yep, I'll share it to the Axtell Entertainers group. How's that? Boom. And I'll share it to the Cadabra group.
Okay.
Can you share it to my personal page?
Steve,
or is it easier for you to share it to the...
Facebook cracks down on sharing credentials. I'm not allowed.
I'm having a little difficulty tonight.
Droid problems.
Nope. No results found. Okay.
Droid problems.
Okay, I'm going to go back to my page now and see if I can share it.
Hey, thank you for sharing it, everybody. We appreciate
I despise you.
I know you do. Helps us get the word around. Also, shout out to Smart and Final for being the unofficial sponsor of Lemon Lime Sparkling.
I like my lemon, and I like my lime. All right,
Steve.
Nope, not seeing how I can share it. Okay.
Yeah, good point, Adam.
Let me reset my phone.
Switch camera, Ryan. Make Steve work for the camera. Agreed. Work it.
This is frustrating. I'm trying to do the right thing here.
Could someone send Steve an old iPhone? It might work better than his new Droid.
Stop it.
I gotta say, Steve's new camera is
amazing. Not the camera. The camera's not amazing. The whole freaking... This is just an amazing phone. Look at that Bing trying to come up.
Let's see. Stephen Hicks. He's got some great advice for you, Steve. Let's see what Stephen Hicks said. Yep. Come on, Steve. 2021, the year of the Apple. Oh, I kid. I kid.
I have a lot of love for Apple users.
You just like knowing an Apple user so that when your Droid doesn't work, you can ask us to do something.
Never really owning a boat. Just know some friends that have a boat. Don't own a boat. Know a friend that has a boat, right? Hey, would your Apple phone do this right now?
Yeah.
Because mine won't, and I can't.
Well, to be fair, sharing a video on Facebook is beyond the means of most devices that were made.
Well, I'm wondering if they have targeted all people that have a T in their name, just simply because of Donald Trump
theory.
Was blocked. So if there's a T in your name, like Steve or Axtell, I think he's blocked. Zuckerberg has blocked all accounts that have a T. So I'm not able to share it. Anyway, there you go. I'll just be lucky enough to just be here.
You and Adam Shields are crushing it. Look, he's got a Samsung too.
Nice. I would like to know that.
He's in Australia.
I am going to
share it. It works opposite because it's down under.
Hey, I'm now sharing it. Wow, look at this. Join.
Okay, Steve.
Now.
Steve is sharing. Where are you sharing it, Steve?
Boom, boom, boom. I'm sharing it on my personal account. I have not shared it to the Axtell Expressions group yet. Are you?
I would be happy to do that.
There you go.
Steve.
Now
I got some photos to share from the insiders, and I don't want people to
I'd love to see that.
Out.
I mean,
this.
I would love to see that.
I got it. This just in.
What?
From Jeremy Wheat. He's got it. He's got to know, man.
Jeremy Wheat.
Where's the bear, Dinky?
Yeah.
Give us the update.
He's asking a lot about the bear. The bear Dinky. A bear Dinky, I mean.
Da
a bear.
Da bear Dinky.
Da bear Dinky.
Da bear Dinky.
Bears are cool animals.
Bears beats. Finish it.
Battlestar Galactica.
Not Battlescar Galactica.
No, but that's
Battlestar
cool way to
Galactica.
say it.
No, your point.
No,
Your good point.
Battlestar Galactica.
Because you were a big fan of Scar from Lion King.
Right. Which is Return to the Bear, which was also for the bear, which was not in Lion King. It was in the Jungle Book.
Not.
So
It all works.
it all
together.
pretty much cycles around the cycle of life.
Friends,
or the
it is
circle of life.
2021.
Oh, it is not.
I take that back.
2021
I thought it was.
had
Maybe.
a nice free trial, but I want my money back.
Let's see. Let me share this to Axtell Entertainers real quick, and then we'll move on to some insider photos.
30-day free trial? No, thank you. It's not what I expected.
What is Steve signing
Going
up
back
for?
to 1999.
Ooh, Lee Rademacher, Bigfoot Dinky.
What?
Bigfoot Dinky idea from Lee.
I got a bear and a Bigfoot.
Rademacher.
I got to write all these down, right?
And Bobby Rubin, I love my new rat from another mother. Awesome, Bobby.
Oh, cool. Love it.
So
Yeah.
cool.
Wish I could join. That would be nice, wouldn't it? If I could. There we go.
Whoa.
Okay, here we go. All right. Dinky platypus would be cool.
Ooh. We
Michael
got
Spies said.
another Down Under friend, Michael Spies. The winner of last week's
Yeah.
Dinky Frog Auction. And we got some cool stuff in the work. We're working on it today, actually, for Michael
Yes,
Spies. So
absolutely.
Can't talk about it.
Yeah, I can't talk about it.
But some cool
Super
projects for the
unless,
Spicester.
until such time as Michael says, go ahead and share what I'm doing.
Yep.
And I don't
Michael,
know if we
we've
should.
been working hard
It's
the
up
last
to you,
couple
Michael.
days, putting some stuff together.
Yeah, some custom stuff coming together from Michael Spies.
We'll be following up with you.
Also,
shortly.
Michael, I have an email into you waiting for a reply. All right.
Dinky Platypus.
About the incredible frog that you won last week.
Steve, are we going to have a frog update at some point?
There will be.
Should people hang on for the frog update?
Do not wait.
Well, they would need to if
Oh, that's what I meant.
it's happening later.
Do not leave. That's what I meant. Do not leave.
There we go. All right. Ooh, Calico Cat Dinky. Amanda, she's creative. She's got a lot of character designs.
She does.
I like that.
Yep.
Koala Dinky. Hey, what time is it in Australia? I feel like we've been getting a strong Australian crew
Yeah, I
on the
know.
Insiders together.
You know, it must be early in the evening, huh?
I think it's tomorrow.
It's tomorrow
Right, it's the
morning.
morning?
Yeah, you guys having breakfast there in Oz?
What, we're 19
in Oz?
hours. I think we're 19 hours
Where are you?
behind.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, because it was all New Year's for them on our last episode. Man, a lot of votes for the Yeti and
I
the
see
Bigfoot.
that. Yep, I see that.
Man, Pete's coming. Pete, you are also an Aussie. Am I?
Yep.
Whoops.
Hmm.
I meant
Or
to
is
share his
Pete-
comment, and I may have deleted it. Sorry. Pete, I'm sorry if I deleted your comment. I meant to put it on the screen. But I believe Pete is, 9:30 a.m. Friday.
Okay. Wow, that is sweet. Okay.
All right, Steve. Enough chit-chat.
Yep. Let's see some photos and videos from the Did you get the last one I told you about?
I got everything in the folder.
Did you get the one that I said that I was doing as I ran up
Depends
to
on,
the studio?
Depends on what it was. None
It
of
was-
them are named.
Ricky Provo
I got it.
nailed it.
I got it.
Axe tracks.
I got it. Hey,
Super
check
cool.
this out. This is Enrique from Spain. He recently purchased. Enrique, I hope you're watching.
Yes.
Or Mag, the magician.
I love it.
We recently built him a toucan stand for an actual, a custom toucan that
Look at
he
that.
had purchased. And he just did a show
Yeah.
with it January 13th. Here he is in Spain. And he said it just went great.
That's so cool.
He said people were loving the toucan, and
Look at that.
it's our Magic 2 system. So, what a classy guy! Come on, look at
Yeah. Love it.
that. So
Some
cool.
hearts.
Yeah. So
Some
he,
likes.
He said he was able to integrate it into his show. Check it out. Got the levitating fish. He's got his toucan on the side. He's controlling it via fob.
Yep.
And then there's a battery pack in that stand. So this is our Magic 2 system.
Giving all the secrets away.
Hey, these are the insiders.
All right, insiders.
They already know.
Look at that.
Yeah. Let's see.
Super cool. Fun stuff.
Steve, I got this guy right here.
Ah, look at that's Wolfie's
Hockey playing
croc, and it's a hockey player because there's a hockey team there that's the Gators, and Wolfie has the mascot right here that we made him, green gator, and it's wearing the hockey costume. Super cool, Wolfie.
Love it. So that's, and then we got a little video to show.
Okay, this is Ricky Provo.
Set it up?
Yeah, I want to set it up. First of all, Ricky is a famous puppeteer.
Okay.
Not all of us have the incredible creds to say that we've been a television
in the biz,
puppeteer.
They're called Incredicreds.
Incredicreds.
Yep.
Especially with somebody in the rock world as famous as Ricky Dees. Do you know what he did, Ryan? Rick Dees.
Tell me about it, Steve.
Disco Duck. Disco Duck, Ricky Dees, one of his novelty songs. He was an incredible DJ, but he also had some old songs of his own.
Very cool.
And Disco Duck was a famous one in the 70s.
Okay.
All of us hated it. We actually did.
You
We
did,
always,
really?
every time it came on the radio.
Just 'cause
I
it
mean,
was-
we danced to it, but it was so corny. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was just like, it was one of those, yeah, of course, it was a novelty song. And Disco Duck, I mean, right. But anyway, Ricky Dees had a puppeteer with him that would perform Disco Duck with a duck puppet, and our friend Ricky Provo was the puppeteer. Isn't that cool? Well, I want to tell you one thing about that. This is so Ricky has had a rough time physically, and over the years he's developed some problems, and one is tardive dyskinesia, and he wasn't able to do ventriloquism and speak like he wanted to do, so he began using our Axe tracks. Even though he was a professional puppeteer,
Right.
he used our Axe tracks. This is a video showing that, and I'll tell you a little bit more about Ricky as when this is over. Check this out.
Let's see.
What's that?
It's water.
Can I have some?
If you have a pet at home, you should always give your pets water. So sure, go ahead. What are you doing? What are you looking at?
Well, could you please wipe it off?
Wipe it off. Okay, gee whiz.
Thanks. I wouldn't want to catch a cold, you know.
I understand. Now have a drink. That's enough. That's too much water. Get your beak out of there now.
Just a little bit more.
No, what? You don't. Okay, what are you doing? You're blowing water bubbles. Get your beak out of there. Okay, don't swallow it all at once. Don't swallow the water all at once, so you get the. Oh, you're gonna get the hiccups. Oh no. Now you got the hiccup. Okay, I gotta get rid of the hiccup.
That's from our hiccups, bird hiccups routine for the Goofy Birds.
Love it.
And that's just a little short piece of it. But Ricky did such a good job of performing that. All the timing was just right. And
So fun.
I just really loved seeing that. And Ricky's a dear friend of mine. He's going through a tough time right now. He's been diagnosed with cancer, and he's struggling. I'm going to put a link up, which is to a fund page that can help him out. They're trying to raise some money for him so that he can keep his rent and do some of that stuff. So anyway, pray for Ricky if you would. He's in the hospital, and he's going through chemotherapy right now, and it's a tough time for him for sure. All right.
Well, Steve, you have been working hard, and we've been showing some progress over the last couple of weeks of a new sculpt you've been doing.
Yeah.
We've been showing progress of the Biden sculpt, and last we left it off, I think you had just cut the jaw off. You had detailed the mouth. Mm-hmm. We showed that last week, kind of put the jaw back, but we still had to sort of add some finishing touches. The eyes hadn't been done yet. Oh, yeah, no eyes.
I had to cut the eyes off and fix
no
all
texture,
those.
Right?
No texture.
And you have an update for us?
I do.
All right, let's
check it out. It's been a long week.
All right.
All right, here's an update on Biden. As you can see, the eyes are detailed, the mouth has been detailed, and it's in place. I'm now doing I've also got the hair stroked and done. It's not smoothed yet, but it's sculpted. And I'm now doing a skin texture. So what we do with the skin texture is take an orange. And notice how the texture of an orange is very similar to my hand. Oranges are used quite often in sculpture. And so what we do to make a texture stamp, like I have already stamped on his cheek right here, what we do is we paint liquid latex onto an orange. When it's dry, we peel it off and it becomes a negative of this. So it will look just like this on the skin. And this has little dimples sticking out of it. All the texture is sticking out of it. And so you invert it so it actually fits your fingers nicely. And you roll it like this onto the skin. And that makes, so this doesn't have it yet. Let me go ahead and press that on there. You see that coming? Look at that. Isn't that cool? This is a skin texture coming from an orange. I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah, looks good.
And we do that. We're careful.
Now, is this navel or Valencia?
This one was a navel.
Is that key?
It's key. Usually you do Republicans.
Not key line.
Oh no. All right.
It's a great effect. It's amazing how just that addition of texture really brings it out of a sculpture world into looking more human.
Yeah. And when this is latex, then it's going to really be nice because we airbrush and, do all of the paint. And of course, he'll have white hair, so he'll be very, very Biden-esque. And as I continue to do this, that's one of the last steps. Then, of course, I smooth out the hair. I go through all of that detail. And the next thing we do is we move on to the mold making process. And I'll be prepping the clay for the mold, which means I'll be putting a surface sealer on it. And once that's done, we'll make the mold. And that will be the master mold, and then we make another mold, which is the production size mold. So we can always make more production molds from the master mold. Very interesting process. Glad we could share it together right now on this historic time in our political history.
Amazing what texture does. It totally brought it to life. I mean, it was looking great over the last couple of weeks, but when you see, and he's very navally, and you have very navally skin. I'm more Valencia, if you look, more of a Valencia. But it's amazing how much texture, and then even eyes. I see you pop them in, and eyes are kind of they say windows to the soul, but eyes make a difference, and you've always put a lot of effort into the types of eyes we use, plus how they are positioned. They're never just, they're focused in at a point, so it feels like you're looking at somebody. I know we've talked a lot about that with customers too, of how we position eyes.
Oh yeah, Wendy, I do a lot of caricatures. Go to steveaxtell.com and you'll see my caricature work. I do a lot of 2D caricatures as well as sculpture caricatures. Yeah. All right.
Well, we have an amazing Performer Spotlight.
We do, actually. And did you know, Ryan, that when you were young,
yes, I
took you to Vent Haven convention with me. And we flew to Kentucky, and we did the trip. And after that, we were in the plane flying home.
Okay.
And you said, you know who I like the most? And I said, who's that? And you said, Darren Carr.
Because he did the Kookaburra Tree song.
He did.
I'm pretty sure that's what it was.
Yep.
Because he's an Aussie. Shout out to our Aussies.
Kookaburra sits in the old gum tree.
Yeah, and I
Mary
love
May.
that song. And that was Darren Carr.
I think it was, yeah. He did a really great one. It had to do with a swamp and stuff. It might have been Kookaburra or it might have been another one. But Darren, if you're with us tonight, let us know what song that was. But Ryan came back. He said he was my favorite ventriloquist at the convention. Anyway, Darren Carr, he's a master ventriloquist in Australia. Enjoy this Performer Spotlight with Darren Carr.
Hey guys, enjoy this spotlight. Performer Spotlight.
Hi friends and family, Darren Carr coming to you here live from the other side of the world, Sydney, Australia. And I'm happy to be here to answer some hard-hitting questions from that plaster caster puppet master, Steve Axtell, and Ryan, the least favourite of all his children. Let's see what I've got to say. Small world, isn't it? About me, good question. Let me see. I come from Sydney. I was born here at an early age to a friend of my dad's. I think her name was Mum. This is my dad here. He was a musician. He was a piano player in a marching band. There's just some of his album covers. I also did magic when I was a youngster. Loved doing my magic. I've still got all the posters for the magic stuff. Then I started doing ventriloquism, and I've been doing that for 25 years now. I started with an Axtell parrot puppet and a Maya course. And I've been traveling the world. I've done cruise ships. I do clubs. I do nightclubs. I do a lot of corporate functions. I've done a couple of bits on telly. Here I was when I did Australia's Got Talent with the toucan puppet from Axtell. I've also won a whole heap of entertainment awards, and I've bought myself a whole heap of tin toys. I'm a lucky boy. Okie dokie, we're now in my workshop. This is where I make puppets, I repair puppets, I store all my puppets in the boxes up here and in here. I think I've bought nearly every Axtell puppet, over the last 25 years. At the moment, the mask, the Ron Lucas mask, is in every show I do. I use the drawing board and the old man and the rabbit a lot for family shows. Being Australian, of course, I've got a kangaroo, a koala, and, of course, the platypus. And, of course, being Australian also, I'm not just a power user, I'm a 240-volt power user. Continuing the tour, we are now in my music studio. I spend a lot of time in here as well. I think the best thing that ever happened when I was on a cruise ship about 12 years ago in Europe, and there was two ladies leaving the show, and I was standing out front saying goodbye to people, and one lady was crying, and I asked what was the problem, and her sister said, "Oh, there's no problem, she's extremely happy." I said, "Oh, really?" She said, "Yes, she lost her husband 2 months ago from cancer, and she is crying because not only has this been the best night she's had in a long time, but it's a reminder of what a great sense of humour he had." So that was lovely for me. That's an easy one. A couple of years ago, I had a double. Yes, a double, 2 shows in the one day. But I had to fly to Melbourne to do the first show for lunchtime and then fly back to Sydney to do the other show that evening. Well, of course, we all know what happens. I flew to Melbourne, my luggage didn't arrive, so I had no puppet. Luckily, I can do about 40 minutes of stand-up without a puppet, so I got by. I rang the airline on the way back to the airport and said, "Hold the bag in Sydney, I'll pick it up when I get there." Well, of course, I got to Sydney and they'd sent it to Melbourne. So I had to go on that night and do another 40 minutes of stand-up without the puppet. First world problems, but my motto now is always carry the puppet with you. Well, my first goal would be to find Elvis. Are you lonesome tonight? Oh, achieved. Second goal would be to keep doing this for as long as I can, maybe the next 20, 30 years maybe, and keep making people happy and keep making money. My last goal would probably be to buy as many Axtell puppets as humanly possible.
Thank you for joining us for another edition of
Performer Goal achieved. Elvis has entered the building. Love it. Oh, Darren Carr is the best.
I love his dry sense of humor. Oh my gosh, so funny.
I love the 240 volt. Yeah.
You guys are so creative when you make these videos. The way you jump around into different scenes and you walk through your spaces and stuff. I just absolutely love that. Thank you so much for putting so much effort into it.
And look up Darren. You can find him on Instagram, Darren Carr Ventriloquist. He's on Facebook as well. You can find all we've looked at some of his performances.
So good.
From some of the
Australia's Got Talent. Yeah.
Australia's Got Talent. He had the toucan on. And a lot of great stuff from Darren.
He used both our puppet toucan with the bird arm illusion, and he also used the animatronic hands-free toucan.
Yes.
Yes. Yeesh. It's true.
All right,
Hey,
man.
Ryan.
Yeah.
My friend, it's now time for you to go do some chores.
Sorry, new year, new me.
What does that mean?
No chores.
No chores.
Yeah, new year, new me, bro.
Hey, Padre.
NYNMB. New year, new me, bro. Took me a second to put that together.
Bro.
NYNMB.
Okay.
All right.
So
what you need?
I'm gonna lighten up a little bit on the chores. All you have to do tonight. I think
tonight. Oh.
The bulls died. The cows spoiled.
Okay.
The goats fell over because they're the kind that fall over when they get scared. All we have left is the snakes.
Of course.
And the horses. Snakes and horses.
Okay.
Hay the horses, shuck the snakes. That's all you have to do tonight. Green barn, go.
Hay the horses, shuck the snakes. That's it. I will be back with a progress report.
Thank you, buddy. Bye.
Bye.
All right. Talk to you later.
And now it's time to Ask the Tiki. Give me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire.
Oh, great, Tiki. We have some questions here from the insiders tonight.
Say it with me. Give it to me, baby. Can I get that catchphrase on a shirt, Steve? I'm really trying to up my marketing game.
I see at least a Tiki cup with that on it. What do you think?
Sounds good.
Yeah. I think at least a coffee cup with a Tiki on one side, and on the back it says, "Give it to me, baby." Oh, I'd love to have that. Yeah, I would love to have that cup. Are you interested, folks? Let us know.
Please.
All right. Okay, here's our first one from Jeremy Wheat. Oh, great, Tiki.
No, you don't have a bear dinky yet.
That's not what he's asking. He said, excuse me. Oh, great and wonderful, Tiki.
There it is.
Oh, is there a dinky bear coming soon in the near future, or is Steve too busy still making our president puppet?
Steve is still too busy managing by walking around. In air quotes, if I had arms, you would get it. But no, the dinky bear is on the list, on someone's list. It may not be Steve's. Who knows?
All right. Appreciate the interest, Jeremy, for sure. All right. This is from Michael Spies.
Ah, yes. Spies. He was in Mary Poppins. Not sure I'm talking like this.
No, that would not be.
Not really the same, is it, Steve?
Or the country. Okay. All right. Michael's asking, dear and wonderful Tiki,
yes.
Does the experience of hitting rock bottom in 2020 give you a hardened outlook for 2021? Question number 2, will you be taking 21 for granted? It's a rock joke.
Nice.
And number 3, were rock puns better in the Stone Age?
Well, I mean, yes. Rock puns really shined on Twitter during the Stone Age. Everyone loved those hashtags. But hey, the only place to go from rock bottom is up. So I am naturally hopeful for a new year and the chance to move forward. Let's hope so, right?
Yeah,
we can do it together.
That's right.
Hashtag 20 wonderful. Also, remember all those people who had hashtag 2020 vision at the beginning of the year?
Yes, I was one of those.
March.
Yeah. I like 2020 wonderful. 2020 wonderful. Was that original, or did you hear that somewhere?
No, it's been made fun of because people are like, hold off on the hashtags until the year plays out. It may not be that wonderful.
Not gotten off to a great start, but okay. All right, here's another one from Lee Rademacher.
All right.
Okay.
Let's hear it.
Oh, great tiki. With Disney closing all the tiki rooms in their theme parks. What? No. I think maybe just Disney World is one consider. Where do all the tikis go? And are they now out of work?
If a tiki falls in the tiki room when no one's there, did it happen? Let me tell you this, Steve. Scientists have been wondering this phenom for hundreds of years. It's called the fallen tiki syndrome. And no one really knows. Is it a Toy Story situation? Do they all gather in Adventureland and go on the Jungle Cruise ride when no one's around? Who knows, Steve? All I can say is they are welcome to join me here and say it with me. Tahiti! They could probably get a good price on a cruise ship right about now. Come on down,
So after
everybody.
Disneyland closes, after the Disney World closes and stuff, the tikis get on the boats and drive around their jungle?
Yeah, they love to try out their dad jokes on each other. Hey, everybody.
The backside of
Here's
water.
the backside of water.
All right. Here's one from Shane Martin.
All right, give it to me.
Shayna. Oh, great Kiki.
Kiki, do you love me? I love Drake.
How do I handle someone who takes the disabled parking space, who doesn't need it?
Oh, man, you glitter bomb them. And if you don't know what that is, look it up on YouTube. Make a present that they take off your porch. I realize that they are taking a parking spot, but if they take that, they'll probably also take a package off your porch. Put a camera in it and watch the shenanigans begin. Let's just say it's certified fresh by Macaulay Culkin from Home Alone. Pranksters.
Thank you, Shayna, for that question. Okay, here's one from Graham Rogers.
All right.
Graham is asking, oh, Tiki from the South Pacific.
Obviously.
Yeah. Should I add a puppet to my show? LOL.
You better be laughing out loud, Graham, or you just committed a false, not perjury. I can't think of the word.
Come on.
I know. You better have lolled. You better be rafflecoptering all over the place. But the short answer is yes. A dinky puppet is an easy addition to any show. Pop it on your hand, pop it in your pocket. If you have cargo shorts, you could have like 5 dinkies. They're small and easy, small characters with big personalities. Add a zinger to your show.
Thank you. Thank you, Great Tiki. Here's one from Chuck Lyons. Oh, Great Tiki.
Yes.
How do you shuck a snake? We have several here that need shucking.
Well, you can check out my Tiki Talk account and see all of the videos I've put up on how to properly shuck snakes.
On the Tiki Wiki?
Tiki Wiki or Tiki Talk, either one. Just look up, Oh Great Tiki. You'll find me. I'm a verified account. So look for the blue check mark and don't tell Ryan. He needs to figure it out on his own.
That's for sure. Here's another one. Oh Great Tiki. Oh Great and Wise Tiki. What makes you so great and wise?
Well, I've been around since Pangea, basically. No one really knows my origins. They just like to put rum drinks inside of versions of me made out of polyethylene. Not really an answer to the question, but I've been around a long time, so I am wise.
You are wise. Oh,
and
Great Tiki.
Look how big my teeth are. They are what you call great. Chiclet teeth.
All right. Here's our final one for the evening. Oh, great Tiki. What is your favorite appetizer?
Ooh, I'm a big fan of appetizers. I mean, you really can't go wrong with bacon wrapped dates, but then again, shrimp cocktails are pretty good. Ooh, what about mini quiches? Ooh, or bite-sized BLTs or watercress sandwiches.
Oh,
that's a hard one, Steve. I'm going to have to
great.
say anything that's not the wind's blowing sand into my teeth for millennia. Anything would taste better than that.
That's true. That's true. All right, buddy. Take it easy. Have a good night.
Bye-bye.
Ryan driving down the street.
All right, man. Progress report coming up. All right.
Hey, Ryan.
Okay. Good news.
Yes, sir.
I accomplished something today.
What?
I shucked the horses and hayed the snakes. You are welcome.
How in the world did you get that mixed up?
What?
You don't shuck horses, you shuck snakes.
It actually wasn't as hard as I thought.
Well, of course not. Horses would be easy to shuck.
So, hold on. I don't understand what the issue is.
You shucked horses. You didn't shuck snakes.
You gave me 2 tasks and I did
2.
them.
You shucked horses and hayed snakes.
They're
that is
vegetarian.
not the
Technically,
same.
they're keto, but I didn't have any protein, so we switched to more of a vegan thing. So is that
Okay.
not?
I appreciate it.
Do you want me to
I'm glad-
unshuck the horses?
No, okay. You know what? It's pretty much just busy work anyway. We're just trying to keep you out there.
I figured.
Looking around. For
I
the
noticed there
barns.
wasn't even a hot spot. Did someone not pay the AT&T bill?
We didn't pay it this
Where's
week.
that 5G when you need it? Come on.
Nope. All right. Well, anyway.
Okay.
Glad you're back with us.
Well, let's see. What did I miss?
I hope the snakes are okay.
What does Wendy mean by a dinky tiki? That's a
She
good
would
idea.
like a dinky tiki. That makes sense to me. You know, you have a moai here. Look at
Right,
this
I'm just
moai.
wonder.
Look at this guy.
I see it. Okay. That makes sense.
Look at the moai. See that?
That makes sense. Okay. And Tanya, I also need dinkies in my life. We will have an dinky update in just a little bit.
Yeah, there's all kinds of dinky news coming. Appreciate you folks and your dinky. You're the dinky insiders for sure.
That's right.
Super cool.
Well, we have another project that we want to show behind the scenes.
Oh, yeah.
This will
so
also
cool.
be a little teaser for our special guest.
So Jimmy Vee is a great friend and friend of the company.
In the biz is what's
in
called,
the biz.
he's redonkulous. He's what's known as redonkulous.
Okay.
Right? Is it not the
go
biz?
for it.
Yeah.
Go ahead. And
He's
introduce
redonkulous.
Jimmy Vee.
No, it's a good thing.
Redonkulous?
He's redonk.
Yeah,
He's redonk.
he's redonk. Oh, yeah, he is. All right. So Jimmy joined me at CAX a few years ago. Remember, CAX now is coming up February 3rd through the 6th, and we'll be talking about that a little bit later.
Steve will be posting tons of links and graphics for
Tons
it.
of links. Well, check this out.
Tons
Here
of
we
links
are.
and graphics.
February 3rd through the 6th. Wow. Pretty. Yeah, checkmate. All right, buddy. That was pretty slick. Not the graphic I gave you, but okay.
I was not. Is it the wrong?
Not the one I gave you.
It is,
Mark
actually.
provided us with one. No, it was in the folder. Just look for it, and we'll get it.
I have it.
All right.
Don't
Let's
even
show that
act-
one. Let's show that one. It's
the same exact one?
1920 by 1080.
But it covers you.
Nope.
So this is the correct one.
That doesn't show us in the group. Okay. All right.
Oh,
Anyway.
I can go close to the camera too. Oh.
All right,
Anyways.
Jimmy Vee had an idea for Skunky Monkey, and we're going to show you how that came about in the development process. Check this out. Jimmy Vee's Skunky Monkey.
Combination of a monkey with something else, like this banana tail. I said, so what could I combine to create a new character? And so I started thinking about that, and I came up with the idea of combining 2 animals. And I said, well, what animal would I combine with a monkey? And I said, well, skunk and monkey, skunky monkey, it kind of rhymes.
I love the name.
Kids think skunks are funny because they stink. They think anything that stinks is funny. So I said, that could be funny. And I'm a marketer, so I got a promoter spirit, like the P.T. Barnum of puppets.
That's it. That's it, man. That's it.
Ideas and promote them, so.
Now, along with P.T. Barnum, we would make this a spectacle, right? Jimmy has not seen the puppet yet.
I have not seen the puppet.
Just like you, he is here to see the puppet for the very first time. Now, while I go get the puppet, we're going to play the theme song that you had written for this. Tell us a little bit about the song before we do.
So, as part of the construction of the character and the show around it, I was talking to my daughter, who's 9, one day in the car as I was taking her to school. I take her to school every morning, and I said, I want to come up with a song for Skunky Monkey. And she said, yeah, that would be cool. She's like, well, how about this? It's Skunky Monkey, and she just started singing this little song. And I said, that's it, that's
How
it.
old?
She's 9. And so I gave her my phone as I'm driving. I said, here, take my phone and record yourself singing that. And so she did. And then I took that and I found a producer, gave him the video of my daughter singing it. We fleshed out all the lyrics, and then we produced the song.
It's a family affair. I love this, man. I love it.
It's kids endorsed because it was created by a kid.
Enjoy the first part of the song while I go get the puppet.
Awesome.
It's Skunky Monkey. He's a skunk, but he's a monkey. His odor may be funky, but that don't bother me. 'Cause Skunky Monkey, he's just the way that he should be. Half monkey and half skunk. He's Skunky Monkey.
Wow. Look at that. Wow.
Skunky Monkey, I would like to introduce you to Jimmy Vee.
Jimmy Vee, give me 5.
Hey, Skunky Monkey, what's up?
I like it.
Thanks.
I think he looks great. I really do.
Want to try him out?
Yeah, I would love to put my hand in there and see what kind of action it's got.
The magic moment. That's what we call it. So, not only do you have a puppet, Skunky Monkey puppet, but you have some other ideas for how this would be fit together as well.
Right. So, as I said, kind of marketing guy, promoting guy. I like to take ideas, I like to come up with ideas and then do something bigger with them. Take an idea and turn it into something grander. So we decided that it would be really cool if we took this idea and offered it to everybody else, but not just as a puppet, but as something much bigger. So I've been collaborating along the way with some really great folks to create some routines with Skunky Monkey that we can offer. I know that you've been working on doing some stuff about offering puppets with more than just the individual puppet, but with full-blown bits.
Full-blown bits. We call those Axe kits. This is our first of a series of Axe kits.
I've got, with this Skunky Monkey.
Check it out.
Check it out. Look at this. So with the Skunky Monkey, the Axe kit, we've got the theme song, which we just played a little bit of. We've got Chance Wolf has provided this amazing artwork for us to use as part of a logo, promotional artwork, full color, even a coloring page here for promotional gigs or giveaways in party bags. There's routines that are fully fleshed out, like 8-minute bits, one that I collaborated with Mark Wade on.
Ooh, nice.
For school shows, and it has a confidence boosting, be unique, be yourself kind of message, and a birthday party / family show that I collaborated with Sammy King on.
Whoa, Sammy.
He's back there.
Yeah.
We've got other ideas, fonts that we've used to put this together, a Facebook group for the owners of the kit where we could share and collaborate ideas.
So wait a minute, they're going to have access to your marketing mind? I mean,
Yeah.
one of the fastest growing guys in Orlando, Florida, and you're going to,
Yeah, I'm
not
gonna be
fastest
involved.
grong, sorry.
Oh, that's long gone, Steve. That truck has sailed, as they say.
Short jokes.
Yeah, I'm going to be on the group. But everybody who's involved in this project is going to be in the group, and we'll be
How
able to
cool
share and
is
collaborate.
that?
My goal here for me, my thought on it was, I'd love to just create something that instead of when you get a puppet, you're on your own, you get a puppet and the value of it grows over time.
Yes.
Rather than,
Yeah.
then diminishes over
I don't know
time.
what else to do with it.
And so
Now you will.
Yeah, this is going to get better
Yeah.
as it goes. The investment grows.
Oh, fantastic.
And it's such a cool thing. And
I
I'm
love
excited
it.
about it.
I love it. Now, one of the other features of this kit is the 12 audio routines, the Axe tracks. Now, some of you know Axe tracks, and we have produced about 40 of them in our company. And these are for non-ventriloquists. These are for those of you who have not had that opportunity yet to learn ventriloquism, and you're either learning or you don't want to learn and you want an Axe track. So I want to show you those right now. This is a little excerpt of the birthday show, which is one that many of you would use. And so, hey, would you sing that really, really cool, edgy rap song that I taught you? Go ahead, sing it for us, would you? Go ahead.
A birthday song, a birthday song, a birthday song. It's fun to sing, so sing along.
That is not what I taught you. Do you remember mine?
Mm-hmm.
Sing it. Don't embarrass me.
It's a birthday rap. Happy birthday rap. Another year did pass. It's your birthday rap.
Now that's
A
good.
birthday song, a birthday song, a birthday song. It's fun to sing, so sing along. Let's all celebrate today. We can laugh and eat and play. Sing a song.
All right.
A silly song.
Okay.
A birthday song. Yeah! Have a great party and happy birthday. Bye!
So there you go. That's what an Axe tracks routine would be like with Skunky Monkey.
Yeah, and what's cool,
What do you
Steve, is that the audio and the scripts come in there. So even if you are a vent, you could use the scripts and do
You
ventriloquism
can use,
with it, right?
yeah, they're 3-minute bits, and there's 12 scripts, so all of the text of the scripts are included in that.
Awesome.
And so a ventriloquist can do it as well as a non-ventriloquist. So, yeah, so there you go.
So Steve, when we had talked about this project and we were getting it, fleshing it out, I had this idea for one special little gimmick that Skunky Monkey could do. Wouldn't it be cool if he could actually, be like a real skunk?
Oh.
We're
Yeah,
able
well,
to
we're
pull
working on
that
it.
off?
You want to squirt? You
Yeah,
spray,
like a spray, skunk spray.
We're working on it. We haven't been able to come up with that yet.
Oh.
The tech team and John and our others. Really? You're serious? Right now?
No way.
So just.
You know what? Wait. That smells like jelly beans. That's sweet.
Excellent. That's Skunky Monkey. Give Jimmy Vee a nice big hand. Thank you, buddy.
It's Skunky Monkey. He's a skunk, but he's a monkey. His odor may be funky, but that don't bother me. Skunky Monkey, he's just the way that he should be.
Anyways, a little bit
Half
behind the
monkey and half
scenes.
skunk. He's Skunky
Love the skunk
Monkey.
monk, the skunk meister general,
Yep.
the skunky monkey,
As we call it.
as we call it around our condo, the skunk monk.
Tonight we went on the Skunky Monkey forum because anybody that's part of the Skunky Monkey owners group is part of a special forum.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yep. As Tanya said, awesome sauce. So, yep. And those folks are with us tonight as well.
Very cool. Well, Jimmy Vee not only got that cool custom project, but he's also our special guest tonight.
Which is why we showed that. Wanted to introduce
he
you
is
to Jimmy.
a marketing consultant, runs a marketing company in
Extraordinary.
Florida,
Yep.
incredibly insightful and successful. And he actually has some tips for you performers. And he actually has a document that we'll be sharing at the end of this that have some more points. We couldn't get into all 10 tips he has for some fundamental marketing things for us, but we will share a document that's got them
So
all.
good.
So check out this interview with Jimmy Vee. We had a little bit of bandwidth issues towards the end of the interview, so the video quality gets a bit dicey on part of it, but audio
hear him
stays strong.
fine. Can hear him
and
fine.
content is killer. But if you see it get
Oh,
pixelated, just keep trucking through because you don't want to miss
It's great.
all the
Incredible.
tips that he shares with us.
James V.
All right,
in the house.
let's check it out.
Oh my gosh, Mark Daniel.
Oh, Stephen, how are you?
Doing great, man. Good to see you. We've been friends for a long time, and
a long time. We were both younger.
I'll say.
Right. Hold on
when we first met and got started in this,
Jimmy.
This crazy career path.
Jimmy looks a little
well,
different.
It wasn't Jimmy, but okay.
Hold on, let me see why the files got mixed up here.
I was in the green barn. I told you to get the other disc.
Got it.
Yeah, in the green barn.
Let me get. Sorry about that.
Yeah, Mark's always trying to get an extra take in another night, an extra night.
All right, hey, let's check in with our actual special guest, James V. the Third,
in the house. Oh my gosh, Jimmy Vee.
There he is.
Hey, man, how are you, buddy?
Doing great. Oh, I'm so excited to talk to you again because you are my go-to for marketing in our world.
Well, I appreciate that. I talk about marketing every day, all day. That's what we do over here at Gravitational Marketing, and we're helping business owners attract customers and make more sales.
Yeah.
That's what we do. So it's kind of been my thing.
You have a book, Gravitational Marketing, as well. Can you hold that up? Do you have it there?
Yeah, Gravitational Marketing.
Yeah, I've got my copy. That's what we want. Anything like that we're going to be diving deep into a really, really great lecture that you gave us at CAX. And I wanted to tap that again for our Inside Axtell audience because we have thousands of people that watch it. And this is going to be really great for anybody that's struggling right now with how to market themselves in a very difficult time.
Yeah, it's a different world today than it was a year ago. I remember it was the end of February of 2020. I was, getting ready to, kickstart our year of growth at the company, and all of a sudden the pandemic hit, and my entire company went remote, and we have not been back in the office since then. So it's a dramatically different world out there.
And you've had one of the very top companies in Orlando.
There's a big concern for us. I mean, obviously the concern financially when people start to cut back their marketing because they can't even be open early on in the pandemic, but also because our business relies so heavily on its culture, which is what creates this great place to work that we're so proud of. We were worried that if we go remote, what will happen to that culture? What will happen to our company identity and the effectiveness of our organization being apart, which we've never had before? We managed to translate all of that cultural stuff over to virtual, which has been quite a job.
All right, hands up, high five, buddy. Boom, boom. All right.
Last year, and so I'm proud to say that we've adapted, which I think ultimately is the main talking point for this whole conversation we're going to have about today. It's about adapting. It's about adapting what we do. It's about adapting the principles to the current environment.
Sounds great.
And that's what we have to do to compete and to accommodate today's audience.
Yeah.
So from your point of view, Steve, I mean, you talk to performers all the time who are buying puppets and are performers and sharing. I mean, what have you been hearing from performers out there about the difficulty of performing and the difficulty of getting business?
Well, pivoting to virtual shows has been the biggest challenge for most of our customers, most of the entertainers that are using puppets and magic. And those who have done the pivot well are really succeeding. It's pretty cool. Those that have not pivoted to virtual and don't know how to turn on a camera or don't know what camera to buy or, just even getting started, we've been helping them with general information because Ryan's really good at all this stuff, and he's been sharing information, and that's been part of what our tasks have been on Inside Axtell, is helping people get equipped with that that necessary pivot that has to happen. But those that have really adapted to it, that already have skills and know how to jump onto it, and don't have the necessary emotional urge to have audience feedback in order for them to be fulfilled as an entertainer, that's difficult. But those that don't have to have it are succeeding better than those that have to have it. And we're noticing that. And we've also, come out with the Dinky line of puppets because they're smaller and they're great for up-close camera work, great for desktop, small theater. This is a theater right here. And as you know, anything outside of this is dead space. We can pull magic tricks from it and we can do all kinds of things. And this theater right here has become the new performance stage.
Yeah. I actually, this has reminded me of something. When I read Jim Henson's biography a couple years ago when it came out, it was talking about the big transition from, radio to TV. And, Jim was doing early work on television with puppets. And before that, they were bringing the puppets of vaudeville and whatever onto TV, but was mostly being performed and shot very similarly to the way it was done on stage.
Thus, Kukla, Fran, and Ollie coming out of a little window and talking to a puppet in a window. Yep.
Henson's big thing, his whole, genius idea was using this television as the stage and the benefits of the television as part of the performance.
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
Right. And
exactly.
Really, us as ventriloquists are really at the same precipice, with with having to go virtual. If you're thinking that you're going to get I think performers might be having a difficulty performing the same shows they did on a stage for a virtual audience, because you're going to get this shot that's way back here, as you try to stand up and, and it just isn't what people want to see.
It's up here.
It's got to be much closer. So, as you said, but it affords things that the other performance, the stage performance doesn't afford. You can, be like, oh, what's that? Oh, look at this, and it looks like magic. You don't need, magic in a sense actually becomes much simpler.
Absolutely.
Because
you pull stuff from anywhere.
Pull things, out of nowhere, literally, versus having to do it live where you actually conceal it, and, I think, and probably most of the people that are performing with your puppets do some form of comedy in their acts, right?
God, I hope so.
Whether it's clowning or, mixed with the message. And, this kind of a performance stage, this kind of a close-up camera opportunity, if we can adapt to it, allows for so much comedy potential that it's really cool.
Well, you have a lot of stuff to share with us, man. You've got a ton that you are ready to expose to the untrained mind. We are sitting here waiting for the genius of Jimmy Vee to pour out, and it already has been poured out. But please continue.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
Now we're going to have
obviously. Go ahead.
I know, Jimmy. We're going to have your notes available to everybody here to be able to download and take home with them to print it out and follow. So as you go through some of this stuff, we may not be able to hit it all, but we're going to do a good job of trying to.
Yeah, I'm going to go over probably some of the what I would call the 10 marketing fundamentals, and how they've kind of been adapted, or how to think about them differently today than maybe in the past. The thing about principles and foundations and fundamentals, the thing about those is they don't really change. They're still the core, but they have to be adapted, to the current environment. So we'll talk a little bit about that. Okay. I think it's like I think one of the big things is, as I said, adaptation and using the screen and adapting your show differently is a critical piece of that. And I know people watching are on all different phases of their careers, building their business, from the beginning, or have established business and they're now having to adapt and adopt a new way to continue to earn a living. So I can't go into all of that obviously in the time we have, but we have some resources for that we'll go over later. Awesome. And so the key thing, Steve, one of the first marketing foundation that you really need to have nailed down is a clearly identified niche target market. Who are you serving as a business? You can have multiple types of shows that cater to different groups, and that's great. But understand that each group and each show that targets a different group. So like you can have multiple kids shows, but you're still targeting kids shows, or family shows. That's kind of a niche. But the business market is different. The church market is different. And so as you have these different niche markets, the job of marketing is then duplicated, again, and then times 3 if you have three different niches. Which creates a problem both from a time perspective and a financial perspective, because they all require an investment of time and an investment of money to make it productive. So I always, my first thing is I always urge people to get clear on what they really want to do, prefer to do, because the more clarity you have and the more tight your focus is, the more successful you can be, because your time and your financial resources go a lot further into the one thing. And of course, there's always room to diversify within within a niche, but by having too many varied niches, it just creates such a big job. And I find that most people don't have the resources, financial and time-wise, to truly accomplish success in across multiple wide variety niches.
My mind goes back to a dinner that we had together in Vegas, in which you were trying to get me to focus on one of the markets. And I had 5. But you're like trying to pull me back to the one because, and good luck to that. But but the concept is correct in that you only have so much time, and all of them are going to demand that kind of attention. So point well taken. Who is your market? Who is your demographic? Right. Okay.
Who is it? And as your company gets bigger and as you have more resources, more people that work for you or work with you, and you have more money, you can do more stuff, right? That's just how it is. But if you're small and it's you and maybe one other person and your financial resources are small, then that's really a one niche business, And so, when we started out my company, my business partner and I, we did everything. We did the accounting, we licked the stamps, we made the marketing, we did it all. And we had to be very particular about what we were doing and where we were spending our time and money. Today, we've got a much larger organization. We've got 50 employees. We can do
amazing.
A lot
You've got
more
49 people licking stamps. Crazy.
Yeah, right. Pretty much.
The rest is you.
They're doing it virtually. Yes.
That's
so it's safe. So once you know your niche, and once you have that clarity, then you have to start to create and capture the list of the people that are in this group. You need to get the contact information, and then ultimately a relationship with people in this niche market. Now, if you were doing business prior to the pandemic and you had a nicely defined niche and you had a good business, but you were negligent or sloppily managing your database, you're going now is when you needed that resource to be clean, to be to be upkept. I mean, to be in condition, because as things tighten up and there's less opportunity to get business, having that group of people that you have a clean list, the updated contact information, you've been keeping in touch with them, you've built a relationship. Now you can say, hey, everybody, I'm doing this now. And, I know you thought that we couldn't have a show, but we really can have a show. And now you do. But if you don't have that cleaned up, well, now you're missing that opportunity to easily flip the switch. And now you have to go back and either try to recreate the list or try to start cleaning the list up and building that relationship. You're in the hole.
But even if you have to do that, do it. You got to do it.
It's essential.
You have to do it.
It's essential. It is the critical piece of the business. It should be your, number one focus once you've gotten, the clarity.
So in your contact information for a client, you have their name, their address, their email address, their telephone number, cell phone.
Cell phone, if you can get it, because you can send text messages if they prefer to communicate that way. Facebook, social media accounts. If you have a real, if you've worked with the person in the past, because you got layers of contacts. You got people who you've met and are interested, and you've got people who, you've actually worked with, or you got people that, so you've got these layers of people in the database. Ones that you've actually worked for and had a relationship with, I mean, the more information you can get from those people, the better. I mean, if you know kids' names and,
so you have a card, an index card, you write their kids' names on it, you write their wife's name on it. You say, hey, we worked together in 1992, and that was a really fun show. This is what we did. On and on.
Right.
So you remind people about that as you talk to them. Yeah.
Absolutely. That will help allow you to connect deeper, when you're reconnecting with that person later on, so I mean, I don't know if I can stress how valuable and important that simple piece of the puzzle really is. Because relationships are key, and the contact information is critical if you're going to market yourself, and especially in a challenging environment when things change. I mean, because you already did the work to get that person into the database, to capture that contact information, to start that relationship. Then on those ones that you've worked with, you already did all the labor to actually book a show, make a true connection, provide real value. And if you don't save all of that, then you're basically just starting over again, which is such a waste, because all of that took time, money, financial resources to create.
True.
But, we have a very transactional mindset when it's like, especially in this kind of a business where it's, one show to the next show to the next show to the next show, you feel like, okay, I did that. And when they want another show, they'll reach back out. They know who I am. I did a great job. And, if they want another show, they'll find me. And, that's a lazy marketing mindset, right? And, I always call that, leaving your business success up to chance. And that's not really a marketing strategy.
Not a good one anyway.
So, I mean, as the business owner, and especially the person who has already paid both time and money for this relationship, it's my responsibility to keep it, because ultimately I'm the one who's going to it's my responsibility to reach back out, to resell, and to reinvigorate that relationship.
And when you do it with the kind of connections that you're talking about, where you know their family, you know their history, and you know them as a person, and you're friends with them, or you've developed a friendship, even if it's just on those points, that makes a big difference, doesn't it, for connecting with them again, as opposed to just hitting them with a cold call? It's huge.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, if you can reference the past and personal information, then you can, that gets you so much farther.
Yeah, it's just part of humanity. It's what we are, is human animals that want to connect.
Part of being a person, a real person.
Do you think there's even more of a need to connect in the pandemic? The fact that if you get a call or an email from somebody that recognizes something about you personally, do you think that carries more weight than it did when there wasn't a pandemic?
I think people in general are craving for personal connection right now, and they're craving for a sense of normalcy in a time where normal isn't a reality, and may never be the same again, right? And so people are looking for that feeling that's comfortable. They're looking for that comfortable-ness that they used to have. And so even something, sometimes we can be that for them, because we were there in their home. We did a show, made them laugh. That's an intimate thing. Oh my gosh,
and now to be able to do a virtual show for them, for their same kids, or for their same family unit, and oh my gosh, that's so cool.
That's so cool. That makes us feel comfortable. It makes us feel normal again, right? It allows us to have that same kind of fun, but do it in a way that's safe and adapting.
Like you and I have had dinner together. We've visited many times. I've hugged you. I've slapped you. I've given you high fives. All of that. And
putting me in a baby costume.
Put you in a baby costume. Showed you the Skunky Monkey, which we're going to be showing tonight. It's so cool the way we introduced that at CAX and Skunky Monkey.
Yeah,
I mean, just the whole thing. Because of that history that we have, I feel so warmly connected to you right now, just seeing you on screen. It's not like a huge loss that you're on screen. It's like,
no, and I don't feel when we first got on the line together here, it wasn't like we were like, hey, there was no trepidation. We were just like, hey, because we have that relationship. Right. And you really get that from a single engagement with someone, but it requires you to foster it. If you have that single engagement, but then you never follow back up with that person until you're trying to push something else on them, it creates a disconnect.
Absolutely. No, you are so resourceful. Let's just try to get to 5 and then give people a download link. That would be awesome. Appreciate it, man.
Absolutely. All of the foundational principles are in the CAX notes, or what I'm calling now the socially distanced marketing notes. Just because it's fun. So I think we were on 2. So I think we're on 3. Once you have the list, Steve, of people in the niche, you need a strategy for. Yeah, there you go. Got it going on. You need a strategy for growing the list or getting more people on the list, right? So really, this is kind of where marketing, advertising, as most people think of it, comes into play. And so really, when it comes to the getting additional leads and prospects is really what we're talking about. That match your list criteria, your niche target. You need to go find those people. Now you say, well, it's really tough to do right now, because one of the ways you might have done that in the past is through networking, right? Going out and going where these people are and finding them and meeting them.
I'm finding that it's actually easier now. It's actually, people are sitting at their computer and they're looking all the time. You have an opportunity, right?
Absolutely.
to tickle
the search. Yeah. The search volume has increased dramatically. The Facebook usage is up dramatically. Instagram, all of the social media platforms. So if you have, if you've had a social media presence prior to this that you were utilizing and growing, well, then you're in great shape because you can leverage that even more now. If you don't, now is a great time to begin, because you're creating a social media presence and utilizing and reaching out to people in different groups. And that right now is really kind of the new networking, the new networking opportunity. If you're in a local market, you might see if there's some, like parent groups or family groups that you can be involved in and provide value in there, as it relates. If you're in the family kids market, if you can create your own group, and have people be invited to it, and it's a group related to those kinds of things, kids and families. You can, this wouldn't be a group where you just every post you make is promoting your shows. This would be something that you actually create engagement around topics relevant to the niche.
So it's not just self-promotion.
You provide.
It's things that they're interested in.
Yes, not just self. I mean, really, none of your marketing, even to your existing customer base from the past that we were talking about, should be all promotional. I mean, it largely should be informational and value-based with a soft pitch at the end of every message, and then occasionally an overt pitch about what's new and going on, And so at the minimum, my recommendation would be, if you have a list, and this list also crosses over to a social media list or platform, you should be communicating at least once a week, once a week with that group, right? And, as we've seen on social media, I mean, people are posting multiple times a day. And it was funny because a few years ago, people used to tell me, they'd be like, I don't want to message more than once a month to my email list. I don't want to wear people out. They're going to think I'm bothering them. And I'd be like, well, you can't really build a relationship with one message a month. I mean, it doesn't really work. And then of course you're going to want to promote in that one message a month because there's only one message a month. And so now you're really only touching them very infrequently, and every time you do, it's a sales message. So that it's not relationship building at all. Now you see social media, there's like someone posting 16, posts a day, and also was commenting.
And we're not even talking about Donald Trump.
So obviously, we're not talking about that. I mean, so I think that that mindset was a wrong mindset, and I think it was part of my full-time job to compete, and to combat that.
Okay, real quick, give me number 4.
I think this is.
We got to go to 4 and 5. We at least have to finish 5.
Okay. Okay. Well, so you've got a list. We kind of touched on this, so this will be an easy one. You need a place to house this list, right? So you have the list. You've been keeping the list. You had mentioned index cards earlier.
That's pretty old school, isn't it?
You can use an Excel database for this.
That's pretty old school.
Huh?
Index cards.
Pretty old school. You can use an Excel spreadsheet. There are database softwares out there. I like
Evernote's great.
Evernote is a great place to use, a tool to use. It's an app that you can share multiple platforms. And then of course you can once you have a physical list, in an Excel database or something, you can actually upload that list and create an audience match in Facebook, and create a lookalike list in Facebook as well, which is a whole deep marketing discussion. A lookalike list, which is basically, it will take the contacts in your database and it will run it through some back-end algorithm they have and say, these are people that are like those people. And if you use their ad platform, you can target
that look
people
like
who
them.
look like people that,
in other words, that are similar demographics
now, that
to
doesn't
them.
guarantee that they are
Wow.
similar demographics. They don't actually tell you what those demographics are because that's obviously private information. But
Ryan is rolling his eyes right now, so obviously I'm out of the loop. Ryan, we're totally doing this. Okay, remember this. All right, Jimmy V's point number 4. Dude, this is huge.
Yeah, there's lots of ways to play it, but it's. I just wanted to mention that because it's a little more advanced in terms of the actual advertising on Facebook. But you can at least upload your contacts, and it will find the ones that are on Facebook.
Nice.
So if you're not already connected to them on your business page or personal page, you can connect with them, right? So, which is always a good thing. If you're connecting with them in multiple ways,
absolutely,
you can have a deeper relationship.
More than one way, more than one channel into a friend.
More than one way is better than one way.
That's really important. Yep.
I think I shouldn't have to say this, but I'm going to say
just say it for me because I won't remember.
Because I think it's important. Unless you have identified certain characteristics of your niche market, make sure that you keep your communication on your social media platforms PG or business appropriate, right? Because there is no longer this differentiation between personal and business.
Yes.
It's all one. If people can find your personal profile on social media and you're, commenting on things that are controversial or posting things that are negative, you're going to lose business. It's just going to be the way it is. I mean, that's you. So you have to think like a business person and avoid putting things even on your personal social media that might lose you business.
Always think if you're a kid show performer, always think
that
the parents of those kids are watching everything you're doing anywhere on social media. Yep.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, you could say that about how you carry yourself.
That's right.
Just in public, if you're ever in public, you could always, and I always thought about that when I was out in public, whether I was in my, performing outfit or I was just out and about because you're
That's
recognizable.
Right.
You can't be doing stuff that's going to reflect badly on your business. You just can't. And it's worse now because social media is almost omnipresent. So
my gosh, that's huge.
It seems like I shouldn't have to say it, but based on being on social media and watching what people do.
So I have one question for you, Jimmy, before we finish. When was it in your business decision to grow a beard? And why?
I struggled with it. I struggled with it as a performer. I really did it just because I had never
done it before. It's an awesome beard. Oh my gosh. No, yeah.
Thanks. And it's gone through stages because you remember when it was like this big, thing. So I've learned how to deal with it, over time. And I was concerned about it, honestly, at first, Steve. I was like, as a kids performer, does having a beard, take away from the childlikeness
no, you're Paul Bunyan
of the performer?
Now. You're legendary.
Yeah, and I said it works for me. I have a Jungle Jimmy character, that I perform largely when I do my kid stuff, and I think a beard kind of connects with that a little bit. So that's actually my advantage
really cool.
a bit.
I remember doing a caricature of you without the beard, and then we did a caricature of you approved with the beard. It's hilarious. It's great.
Yeah, that was hilarious. The only problem with doing stuff like that, growing a beard, is that and you have all your promo material has you without beard. Now you have
new
to
stuff.
Sometimes it's like, but you don't look like the guy that was in the picture you sent.
Yeah, that's funny. Well, I mean, that's all part of it, but it's also, constantly changing and it's kind of the new way, The millennials love it. They're always changing things and upgrading and changing the logos every few months. Modifies. It's not like it used to be where you just never change. Everything's the same.
Well, freshness is good. When people see each other after a long hiatus, they often ask the other person, what's new.
What's
They
old?
never say what's old or what's the same. You never get asked that question. Yeah. So I mean, there is a marketing advantage to newness.
That's wonderful.
I mean, remember, as kids, I always remember I was a huge. Even then, I was in advertising. Well, and 80s advertising on TV, 80s, 90s advertising on TV. So different than it is today. But you'd always see the new cereal box or the new marshmallow, in the new prize inside. It's like always new and improved products. The same products, just new and improved. And we've just rolled that over into like facial hair and everything.
Okay, without going into detail, just give us 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 titles, just so we know what we're getting when we download this incredible PDF from you. Appreciate it.
You need an intelligent and simple way to communicate with the list.
Whoa.
I know. We could go into 20 minutes on that. You need a clearly defined marketing strategy to keep in touch and build that relationship. You need a clean and simple process for booking a show or getting money from them. And then you need a killer show. And there's 3 more, but we'll go into those later. Or they can get them on the download.
Okay. Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah. So there's a lot there, guys. I mean, and that's one slide in the notes.
It's so cool. Thank you so much for doing this, Jimmy, and for sharing.
There's 22 slides, Steve. There's 22 slides.
Fantastic.
That was.
Oh, this is so good. I know when you did this presentation at CAX, it was one of the highlights of the year for all the attendees, and it was so cool. And I just remember sneaking out and getting a pizza with you during one of the lectures, and then running back and getting in the back. Yeah. We jumped into the back seat, the back row in the dark. It was so fun. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Jimmy Vee.
That was a blast, man. I'm looking forward to being able to do some of those things again.
Thank you so much for sharing with us, Jimmy. I appreciate it. Your talent. Oh, you have a new book with Dale Brown.
Yes. Dale Brown and I, the last convention, so when was that?
Yeah.
2019? We wrote this book,
wow.
The Business of Ventriloquism. We'll put a link where you can get a hold of it, so people can grab one if they want. This, what to consider before you even put together a show or a business, how to get started in business, both the legal aspects of it and what you should think about. What kind of promo materials you need, how to get started with those and ideas and examples, all the way through, the creation of a show and contracts and marketing your show.
Awesome.
And all of that.
Fantastic.
All in the book.
That is huge. That you and Dale, oh my gosh, 2 great friends, both of you are marketing experts. And thank you so much, Jimmy, for sharing your wisdom with us. I wish you a Happy New Year. Look forward to visiting with you again. Next dinner is on me.
Absolutely.
All right,
Can't wait to take you up on that.
See you, man.
Talk to you soon.
Oh, come on.
Yeah. Love it. Yep. Love it. Love it. Love it.
Some advice from our friend Jimmy Vee. Hey, in the comments, I posted a OneDrive link. You can download all 10 of his marketing fundamentals.
Oh, not just that. 22 pages. That was the 10 items on the list was 1 page.
That's right. So
that's great.
Check the comments. You can also, Steve's posting a link to pick up his book as well, I believe.
The Business of Ventriloquism from Tom Ladshaw.
It's also in the comments there.
Super cool.
Carlo Penso, what's up, my brother?
It's great. Jimmy Vee, thank you so much, man. Thanks for hanging with us.
So good.
We have so many great authors and so many great guests. Speaking of guests and authors.
Craig Shemin was a special guest a few weeks ago.
Look, I got his book.
He was a writer, correct?
Yep. Absolutely. The writer for the Muppets. Yep. He is now the president of the Jim Henson Legacy Foundation.
Yep.
This book is incredible. Look at this. It catalogs in an encyclopedia every one.
My face is in the way, Steve. There
of the Muppet characters.
Wow.
All of them.
Crazy Harry.
Look at this.
It's like the
Full
Wikipedia.
Color. This is look at Fozzie. Look at Fozzie's best jokes. Look at this. There's the pig. Oh my gosh.
So cool, man.
Look at that. Yep.
If you want to go back and check out Craig Shemin's interview with us, I believe it was 3 episodes ago.
17?
We're on
18,
21.
18.
It was 17 or 18, right before Lantini.
18.
Lantieri.
Yeah.
Michael Lantieri. It was right before that.
Oh, this is a good book.
Yeah.
Every single one of the
Rizzo.
Muppet characters so far has been cataloged. Look at the hairy monster. Look at that. Look at that.
Oh, you mean Sweetums?
No, I mean Sweetums. Hairy monster was a blue monster, smaller. Let me find him. Let me find him. There he is. Oh, there he is.
Struggling with books. Struggling with books.
Oh, stop. Hairy monster. Here
Mostly the headers on books.
People want to see Steve struggling with
I'll just go right here
struggling with
and turn the H's and find
struggles with Steve struggles with stands.
Well, Steve, speaking of new dinky stuff.
Veterinarian's Hospital. Are you kidding? Come on, folks.
Very cool.
This is an incredible book.
Speaking of new dinky stuff, Adam was hinting on it in the comments, but we've been working hard. And we have a new video that we're going to play for you. It's the Dinky Frog. I just uploaded it to YouTube. Adam's probably one of the first people to see it. But Steve and I have been working hard. There's Michael Spies' win, the auction win. This is the star of the video.
Yep.
But you know what's ironic is the Dinky song was, I think, the longest song to date. It just happened to be a little bit longer than some of the others. And
so many layers of
it had the most layers.
Animation. It's got puppets, animation.
Steve put together
fun stuff.
An incredible backdrop of graphics and video and some 3D animation that we highlighted a few weeks ago. And this week we just finished. We did some edits to the song, which I wrote and recorded with Steve. And then we filmed all of the layers for this. We chroma keyed it on our blue screen. In fact, let me show you guys. We got a little studio area right over here. It's got a blue screen and a green screen. And a lot of our characters are blue and green, so we have to swap those colors quite a bit. Yeah. So we filmed like 16 layers of videos. And we have the Dinky Frog song completed.
Really
we have an
cool.
axe track, so it'll be coming soon, maybe even by next week.
Yep.
But I'm not going to make Steve make one up on the air because we know how that goes. But we would like to show you the new Dinky Frog song.
I love it.
Video.
This is quite a folk.
And then I'll put a link on YouTube, the YouTube link as well, so you can share it with your friends. All right.
Gotta share it.
Check it out.
Check it out.
Welcome to the pond. Here's my story. When I was a little bitty tadpole, all I had was a big old tail. Then it shrunk and I grew some legs, and I went hopping on down the trail. The sun went down and I heard some noise, lots of croaking and hollering. It was a big old party with lots of frogs, and I heard one say, "Hey, jump on in!" Because we're swamp critters, pond buddies, swimming with the mud puppies, splashing all around in them weeds. We're sunning on a lily pad, playing with them crawdads, hopping on the banks of the creek. This life's for me. Grandpa was a big old bullfrog, taught us to know right from wrong. How to catch a fly and jump real high, to croak real loud and sing this song. Ribbit, ribbit, ribbit. Because we're swamp critters, pond buddies, swimming with them mud puppies, splashing all around in the weeds. We're sunning on a lily pad, playing with them crawdads, hopping on the banks of the creek. This life's for me. frog on a log, frog on a log. Nothing as cool as a frog on a log, frog on a log, frog on a log. Nothing as cool as a frog on a log.
Because we're swamp critters, pond buddies, swimming with them mud puppies, splashing all around in the weeds. We're sunning on a lily pad, playing with them crawdads, hopping on the banks of the creek. This life's for me. There it is, friends.
You gotta love that.
The new cut from the Dinky Frogs.
Yeah.
This life's for me.
Frog on a log. Frog on a log.
We had. It's funny. Steve and I were like, "Really? There's nothing cooler than a frog on a log?
No, there's nothing cooler than a frog
cooler.
on a log.
Try to name something cooler than a frog on a
Just
log.
name it. Go ahead and list them right now.
Put it in the comments right
there's
now.
Nothing.
There's
nothing.
You
is
can't.
cool.
NASA going to Mars? What's
Nope,
cooler?
nope.
Frog on a log.
Clearly, a frog on a log with his glasses. Yep.
Lee Rademacher said, "Who's behind those foster grants?" Thanks. Mike Guthrie said, "Loves the song." Thank you, guys. Yeah, Joey, this was kind of our first kind of bluegrassy type song. Exactly.
Fun.
We kind of did a little more Americana vibe on it. The last couple tunes had, Henry Veras. What is cooler than a frog on a log? He said, "You can't name any, man." I mean, I tell my kids, when you're older, we all just want to be frogs on logs.
That's right. If you're going to be a frog, you certainly want to be a frog on a log.
Oh, but thank you for checking it out. Hey, I'm going to give you a link in. Oh, Zach Wentz. Here's a conundrum. What's cooler, Steve, than a frog on a log?
What did he say?
2 frogs on a log?
Oh.
Hold on. Are they splitting the coolness in half?
Dub frogs?
Dub frogs on dub logs?
Or
dub frogs on one logs?
That's amazing.
Oh, man.
I absolutely love that. You did a fantastic job on the music, Brian, the visuals.
Hey, I'm going to put, you crushed it too,
man. You
did
the edit. Yep, you did the edit.
Hey, it's together, joint effort. But I'm gonna give you guys a YouTube link. Would you please take a view on YouTube? Would you
go to YouTube, share it, like it?
Yeah, would you share this
subscribe.
with someone? It just helps to let YouTube know that we have something that
Hey,
is
Ryan,
maybe
a
worth
good
sharing.
idea. Post the link.
Oh, Steve, it's already there, bro.
Oh, okay.
But because your data's throttled, because it's
let me go ahead and I will.
These aren't the droids you're looking for. Adam Shields, you're right. We need a Dinky Ryan.
Yes.
And truth be told, us Axtells have large heads. So
we're both. It'd be difficult for either one of us to be a dinky, but
we can make it happen.
You can do it. Yeehaw!
Ooh, Zach said no exponential coolness. But hey, I put a link in the comments. Please share that around. Someone that needs a laugh. If you know some kids that need a little laugh, share it with them. We'll have an Axe Tracks for it next week, and we have a whole Dinky playlist with all of the songs. And I think we have one more song to release.
We do.
For the next, for a Dinky that we have already.
And that's going to come out right after we launch our website.
It is.
Oh, my gosh.
And we will be releasing the album of Dinky songs. It'll be on TikTok. It'll be on Instagram, Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, Deezer. You name it. It's going to be there in the digital outlet. So
we have a super cool website
out.
Coming too. It's the new Axtell.com. It's going to be launched.
Super close to launching very soon.
Close. Yep, very soon.
Very soon.
Just before the Cheetah song comes out. So it's going to be amazing.
That's
oh my
right.
gosh. We can't wait.
A lot of new stuff
It's going to be
here.
really hot mobile. Axtell.com is going to be good on your mobile phone.
That's
I know
right.
right now it's not. But
you could watch it on your phone while riding your one wheel, Sean Marshall. Not a problem.
Yeah.
But anyways, a lot of updates here. It's been a lot of behind the scenes work to get it to you guys.
Yeah.
We were hoping to have it live the first, but there's just some few more things we got to.
That was a complex one.
Wrap up, but we're close.
Yeah,
we are for real close.
Oh, the whole world needs a smile. I
love that because we are in the business here at Axtell Expressions of partnering with people that are making the world a better place.
That's for sure,
and that's you. So we're grateful.
We can't do it without you, and with you. We can conquer the world. We can make the world laugh. Thank you so much, folks, for being here with us tonight. We want to remind you that we do consulting. We can write songs. We can write a bumper or a theme song for you, for your show, for your virtual show. We can help you plush your routines, make them better. We are Axtell Expressions, and we make innovations to help you
entertain the world.
Exactly.
And thank you for your feedback, too, on maybe some help on doing virtual shows, maybe navigating the space of a simple, low-cost / free AV setup to get you running a show with maybe some graphic overlays, some media files added in. We'll probably have some resources coming out fairly soon. So
After
keep an eye out.
Website launches, and we have
got to wrap up a couple projects first.
Yep.
But got some cool stuff. Hey, we'll be back next week. New special guest, new performer spotlight, probably a Dinky Axe Tracks, maybe a Dinky Bear. I don't know. It might be there. Hey, thanks for hanging with us, everybody. Have an amazing week.
Thank you. Absolutely. Happy New Year, folks.
Happy New Year.